Finish this.
Sure. Sure, just let's do one. We can just sit around here when you know. Oh, you can stop around.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I'll buy something.
You like it, right? Yeah. I think.
Yay!
That's.
I feel like I'll buy something. Spend wisely.
And licorice. So that's the flavors you're getting, right? One more, I can pour you some more. You drink a little bit of the lemongrass. It's all the taste. So it actually, I think there's still a little bit. You can have yourself with this, right?
The label's not accurate, or the label's like.
This was a custom-made bottle for Porsche Club.
Oh.
Yeah. So this. Actually, we don't usually produce this. So what you guys are trying is something totally off menu, very. Currently there's another lemongrass out in the market right now that we produce. This one is for and then smell and then the plastic.
Pale ale. Caramelized malt. Caramelized malt.
Like farm, right?
Very nice.
So all these grains, what they do is they don't just contribute flavor, they don't just contribute aroma, they also contribute color as well. So you can see there's various kinds of grains here, right? And how we actually get a different color is via this method called caramelization, right? If you guys do any cooking or baking, right, caramelization essentially means the burning of the sugars.
Yeah.
Right. So each of these smell like this. Yes.
What is this?
Smells burnt. Smoked or burnt. Burnt.
Oh yeah, it does smell burnt.
Right. So there's a little bit of obviously there's a char aromas. Right. So sometimes when you drink stouts with darker beers, you think you can taste a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee, and then you think that's added. Actually, it's all from the grains itself. So this is actually how the grains play a part in making it building. Try this.
Whoa.
This is a dark beer.
A little bit heavy. I never tried dark beer.
I personally don't really like stout.
I'm scared.
You can try that.
Oh my. Oh my.
Thanks, Damien.
Oh, it smells like chocolate.
Yup.
You like it?
Nice.
Hey, you like to drink Guinness stout lah?
Just a minute ago, she just said she doesn't like stout.
I never tried it before.
Yeah, so that's an interesting thing, right? So
Some nice head for the picture.
Drink all the akong leh.
oh yeah, that's perfect pour.
I like this one more than the first one.
A little bit more for anybody else. So since we are tasting this, let's share with you all. This is actually the BLK 62. This is our dark ale. Kind of like a stout. This is our take on the stout. It's still very light. Stouts actually is a common misconception. Stouts actually don't have this.
Nice.
Say again? Three.
That's good. Apart from the 3
So for example, you eat sourdough bread, right? So this is where it all starts. So we already assemble all the beers, all the grains and everything based on this, right? Then we consolidate it and we put it through the miller. So later today, I think we might be brewing later. So after we crack out the grain, we put it through this thing called a mash pan. So over here is what, remember that's not all the crushed grain, right? We pour it in. Then this is where we add water. The water is about 65 to 70 degrees. So this is where we steep it to something like a tea for an hour. The idea is to really break down the starch inside using the existing enzymes inside the grain. It's what we call it shrinkage. The yeast, you add the yeast in. Do I have beer yet? No. Right? 2 weeks later, after fermentation has started, the yeast has consumed the sugar to produce alcohol and carbon dioxide. That's when we have India and the smell, one by one.
Wow, siao, that's damn strong. This is damn strong. It smells like oyster. Right?
Yes, you guys are close.
How oolong?
Right? Yeah. So there's actually this very roasty. So while tapping the beer, you also will notice something. You all realize there's a conical base for the tanks.
Yeah.
Right? So this conical base forms a couple of purposes. So all the sediments and the dead yeast, right? Naturally over time they will sink. So they will sink, and then what happens is we will then drain it out via one of the valves below, one of the taps below.
This is my color.
Right? And what happens
color I know, I like.
is you get a very, very clear beer. So we don't add any chemicals, we don't add any use filters or whatever it is. Everything is naturally So this is what you see is the Yale-NUS cup.
Yale-NUS?
Yeah. Oh, you can smell it here already. You can smell the flavors. Oh!
Lol. Is that often?
Yeah, I don't know whether you take a chance to review one. So this is made with coffee. So this is cold brew coffee. And this is quite interesting.
I'm finished this.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, she's damn like.
Yeah.
And so this is designed to be.
Does you want?
No, I can't finish also.
Janice, come.
Transcend.
Just buy one bag. I want to try the. See, I won't drink, so I don't think I'm not really a beer person.
Beer is discovered because humans started splitting into wine. So green. Yeah. Like the original process was split.
Father.
Genesis milk.
Yeah.
Your sister getting married.
Yes.
You gave her one that's like
Sorry?
You're giving me one less by accident.
First is the a lot better one.
I got 6, right?
Total 6,
Cool,
yeah.
cool. Like,
2
is that empty? Sorry.
6.
Yeah.
They're featured set.
Wow.
Yeah.